Oh, Netflix has a new Ninja Turtles movie. That's what we got here. Oh, what? What? Who is what? What? I have so many questions. Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie, presenting the newest installment of the most recent Ninja Turtles cartoon, which, for the record, I haven't seen. But hey, it's free on Netflix, so what are we dealing with here? Oh, I see. So, The Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie is a 2022 movie based on the most recent Nickelodeon cartoon of the same name. And, oh boy, it is not the Turtles you probably grew up with. Now, that's not to say that I didn't enjoy myself while watching this movie, because I did, in fact, a lot. But my god, was it different than I was used to. Like I said before, I've never seen the source material that this version of the Turtles is based on. But I figured, I've seen enough of the Turtles that I kind of had an idea of what I was going to be looking forward to. Yeah, no, that's not true. That's not true at all. Despite multiple iterations of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they've reset and changed this formula of characters multiple times. But, I mean, the characters, the actual personalities of the characters, have been pretty consistent. I mean, for the most part, you kind of know who you're dealing with from one series to the next, because the fundamental personalities are the same. Well, hold on to your butts, because that ain't the case with this one. The character of Raphael, for instance. In most versions, he's the rogue, the aggressive lone wolf with anger problems that you either love or hate based on his rash actions. And since more often than not, he is the reason that they get into trouble because he kind of leaps before he looks. And you know what? Fair enough. That's the established Raphael that we've seen for pretty much ever. Every iteration, he has some form of that going on. But if you were expecting that in this movie, like I did, you would be oh so wrong with sprinkles at the top, and oh my god, it was a very different entity. See, in this version, Raph's the oldest brother, and leader of the team. Yes, he's still quick to action and not one for plans, but he's the responsible one. He's the one that gets angry due to the frustration and responsibility of having to be responsible for all of his other brothers. And he's a drastically different character than you're used to seeing for this. He's actually kind of like the Leonardo character, only with a more jovial football jock edge to him. And speaking of which, Leo himself is, oh boy, super different. Like a completely different. Still debatably the most skilled of the Turtles, he is an arrogant, wisecracking asshole who just so happens to be voiced by the same guy that does Sonic in more recent live-action films. So, good casting there, I guess. This version of Leo is overconfident, brash, goes out of his way to style on his opponents, which admittedly makes him really interesting and a lot more enjoyable and character-rich than previous versions where he was kind of a stick in the mud. But that's also where the drastic change happens. He's now the reason that most people get into trouble. And yeah, it's a very stark contrast to what I'm used to seeing. Then there's Donatello, who is closer to the previous versions of his character than the other two I just mentioned, but he is incredibly socially awkward, smug about his intelligence and abilities, which, like the previous Turtles, heightens his personality, even if it's a departure from what we've been seeing before. And then there's Michelangelo. Yeah, he's basically the same, don't fix what's not broken. So the Turtles are visited by this guy from the future named Casey Jones. Yes, that Casey Jones, who is sent back to stop an invasion from the Krang race. And yeah, it all happens because Leo is being a douchebag. Throughout the movie, Leo tries to make up for his mistakes and eventually makes character shift and starts leading the team, though it's a potentially temporary arrangement. We're not entirely sure because, there may be more in the future. We don't know. But in order to make amends, he saves the world and helps save the future. So that's cool, and it's great and all. The question then is, how does this anime-inspired Terminator story of character-shifted Turtles end up? Honestly, pretty good. I have to admit, I had to put my childhood background, liking the Ninja Turtles, saying, "Those are my Turtles." But getting over that, this movie was endlessly entertaining. Beautifully animated in a very stylized way, and it was interesting enough that I actually went back and started watching the original cartoon it was based on. Although I have to admit, the first episode really left me wanting more after seeing the movie, so take that for what it's worth. So yeah, this movie was surprisingly fun, and it's available on Netflix right now. So if you want to, you can binge the movie while you're on the toilet. Wait there so long that your legs fall asleep and you have to get up and stumble out to the bathroom. What? No one else? Am I seriously the only one? Yeah, okay. Anyway, if you like this video, think about sharing, liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. It's greatly appreciated. And hey, feel free to leave a comment telling me what you'd like to review in the future. New videos come out at least once a week. Oh, and make sure to check up on your friends and family, make sure they're doing okay, things are tough. And until next time, I'll see you at the movies.